If I had $1 for every time someone told me, we don't need a magazine, we've got Instagram, I could print your whole first magazine issue for free. And every time someone says something like that, I want to ask them, okay, but do you want attention or do you want impact? Because yes, social media is fast and flashy and easy to post on, but it's also very, very fleeting. It's designed for you to mass consume whatever is being thrown in your face on that day, but nothing is meant to stick. A magazine isn't about chasing clicks or trends. It's about creating something for people actually to remember. And if you think a Instagram post and a publication are doing the same thing, we're not even having the same conversation. Let's talk about why that sentence, "we have social media," sounds smart on the surface, but could actually be the exact thing holding your brand back from building a real depth, connection, and legacy. And if you're new here, hi, I'm Doris. I run an editorial studio called Inspired Publications that helps fashion, beauty, and lifestyle brands turn their content into independent brand magazines. And we are helping our clients by pushing their brand magazines straight to the international newsstand by skipping the annoying pitching process and without wasting money on overpriced PR retainers. Welcome to today's episode, and let's dive right in. Tell you a little story about why I decided to take my magazine off of social media last year and what it taught me about building a brand that actually works for you and not against you. So when I started my business in 2016 and I stepped into the world of publishing, it felt like a no-brainer to just set up an Instagram and a Facebook and, I don't know if a TikTok was around back then, but, all these social media platforms. I created an account and of course I started to post consistently because that's what you just do, right? You're building something and of course you need social media. So I did it. I created graphics, I scheduled posts, I filmed behind the scenes videos, I tried to keep up with the trends, the timing, the tags, but the engagement was low even after multiple years. And the reach was so inconsistent, and more importantly, it felt like it was never really moving a needle. But the thing is, I didn't quit social media because I wasn't good at it. I quit because I realized that my business model was never meant to work on a platform like this in the first place. Let me explain this. Social media is built to keep people on the platform. That's its job. But my job as a publisher, it was to get people off the platform and into something deeper. I wanted them to read, I wanted them to connect, and I wanted them to slow down and to spend time with a really cool medium and to actually read the stories. But that also meant that I was constantly fighting an uphill battle for years. And I was trying to win at a game that I wasn't even built to play. So eventually I had to ask myself, why am I even working so hard to make something fit into a format that clearly is not designed for it? And that's when it clicked. Just because it's the norm does not mean it's the right thing to do. Now look, I get that most likely you have a product-based business and social media might genuinely work for you. And I'm not going to sit here and say that social media is the devil for everyone, because I really think that it is depending on what kind of business model you have. But, and this is the big but, there is common ground here, and that is dependency. It might be a great tool for you to build visibility or community, but in maybe even make sales. But even if it's working, I want to gently challenge you to check in with it every now and then. Not just in terms of engagement, but in terms of dependency. All it takes is one algorithm change, one policy shift, one political decision, and suddenly you don't have access to your audience anymore. We saw it with the whole TikTok drama, and it's still not done yet. It's still not over yet. We don't even know what will happen to TikTok yet. But it also happened already with platforms before. For example, MySpace. They were big one time and then now they're history, no one is using them anymore. And we will see it again. That's just how these platforms work. They're not built to protect you, they are built to protect them. That's why I don't just talk about magazines or storytelling because it's my passion. It is, but I talk about it because I believe it gives you back control, because you own the message, you own the platform, you shape the experience, and you communicate with your audience one-on-one without an app in the middle deciding who sees it and when. So no, this is not me saying to everyone, everyone should log off and make a magazine. That's not the case. I am saying take a step back, look at what you're building, and ask yourself if the platform you're pouring your energy into is actually supporting you and your long-term goals, or if you're just stealing your time and calling it growth. Pay attention to platforms or media outlets that serve you in the long run, where you will have control over it now, but also in 10 years because you own it and you can use it as you please. So that's all I got for today. And if you're ready to create something that is built to last and not just to perform, and if you're ready to use editorial as a real brand tool and not just a press stunt, follow me for more tips or sign up for my free newsletter on my website, inspired-publications.com, to get insights just like this sent straight to your inbox every week. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.